Hello, I'm Alex Hare, and I welcome you to Australian Archives, a program of musical items featuring Australian artists of note and taken from the archives. And to commence this edition of Australian Archives, it's the Parker Sisters with Johnny McMahon's vocal, Bob Gibson, the orchestra, and a wartime tune, Everybody, Every Payday.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Stand by for an important announcement.
Oh, have we got to listen to another boring speech? I'm fed up to the back teeth with this propaganda.
Propaganda? Do you realize just what you're saying? We've got a war to win. We've got a job to do. It's up to me. It's up to you. Everyone can help to save the nation. Everyone can help to win the war. There's no time for resting. Come on, let's begin investing in the things our country's fighting for. Everybody, every payday, buy up on the Aussie way, say, that's a job that's up to you and me, yes sirree. Butcher, baker, banker, scholar, save up from every dollar. Everyone must work for victory. Everybody, every payday, every farmer, every heyday, empty out your pockets for the loan. Bring the boys home. Do your share, see you spare a bit from every pay in the good old Australian way.
Everybody, every payday, every farmer, every heyday, empty out your pockets for the loan.
You've got to do your share, see you spare a bit from every pay. Come on and help! A-U-S-T-R-A-L-I-A, Australia! Buy bonds today.
Surprise for the Duce, he can't put it over the green. Oh, what a surprise for the Duce, they do say he's had no spaghetti for weeks. His troubadours advance with rows of viva. In armored cars they strum guitars till frilly white skirts play the deuce with black shirts. Oh, what a surprise for the Duce, he can't put it over the Greeks. Now poor Mussolini has just got a teeny suspicion he's made a mistake, saying the Mediterranean was an Italian lake. Now must be reckoned as Popa II, his post that in Greece he would win. Now every day is Iranian, what price that bristly chin? Oh, so lonely, oh, what a surprise for the Duce, he can't put it over the Greeks. Oh, what a surprise for the Duce, they do say with Adolf his legs simply reeks. Count Ciano plays on the piano. He can't see the stave or the clef. There in the dark he is sheltering, dodging the rude RAF. Dripping with medals, Ciano soft pedals, 'cause daddy-in-law's got the dumps. Half of his fleet's helter-skeltering, other half manning the pumps. His troubadours and dance with roars, oh viva, oh viva. In armored cars they strum guitars, till friendly white skirts play the deuce with black shirts. Oh, what a surprise for the Duce, he can't put it over the grate.
Dick Bentley there with Abe Remain's orchestra, and recording in Sydney in March of 1941. Oh, what a surprise for the Duce. Dick Bentley, of course, went on to star in Take It From Here, settling in England after the Second World War. We opened our program with a propaganda tune from 1943, the Parker Sisters with Johnny McMahon and Bob Gibson's orchestra, Everybody, Every Payday. Now here's Jack Davey with Beryl Newell at the piano, and a recording made in April of 1934 in Sydney, and Jack sings for us Build a Little Home.
Every single little dream is a shingle or a rafter. We can paint the house with laughter when we build a little home. It's not a palace nor a poor house, but the rent is absolutely free. This is my house, but it's your house. If you come and live with me, with a carpet on the floor, made of buttercups and clover, all our troubles will be over when we build a little home.
the mountainside to ask his senorita if she would be his bride. He offered her his rancho and whispered sweet and low, why do you always leave me? Why must you always go? Adios, 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 that's all I hear you say. Adios, adios, when I wanna hold you close, you start to run away. Say CC and marry me and tell your family. Adios, 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 that you belong to me.
Yes, adios, Abe Romaine and his orchestra, and the vocal handled by Abe himself. That was recorded for Regal Zonophone on the 26th of May 1941, and before that, Jack Davey, uncredited on the original Parlophone 78, Beryl Newell's piano, and Build a Little Home from 1934. Well, the program is Australian Archives and some rare items in it. Here's an unnumbered Cyril Stevens Silvertone acetate from about April 1945, and it's Doris Turner with Eric Aitken's ensemble and Lily Marlene. A little bit worse for wear, but worth including as a rare item.
Vor der Kaserne, vor dem großen Tor, stand eine Laterne und steht sie noch davor. So wollen wir uns da wiedersehen, bei der Laterne wollen wir sehen, wie einst Lili Marleen, wie einst Lili Marleen.
That was the original Lily Marlene. And now Eric Aitken's ensemble with vocalist Doris Turner giving you the Rees Brothers rhythmic translation.
Down beside the barracks, just outside the gate, underneath the lantern, Marlena used to wait. And there we shall meet each other when beneath the land we stand again, like times of old. Marlena, once more relieve Marlena. Down beside the barracks, underneath the light, there you will be waiting and watching through the night. And though you may seem so far away, within my heart you always say you are my own Marlena, my lovely Marlena. remember one day I will return from under the land. You come to me forever there. You'll always be my lily of the lantern, my own lily Marlene, my lily of the lantern, my own lily Marlene.
We've got a house down by the sea. We've been busy with the ARP. We've built a place where we can hide. Now it bulges when we get inside. There's no more room now in our air raid shelter. There's Aunt and Gran and Dad and Mom and me. And when the sirens sound, we all run helter-skelter. Just Aunt and Gran and Dad and Mum and me. Of course it isn't very big, and it isn't very long, and it isn't very deep, and it isn't very strong. So if a bomb drops, take a quick look up at heaven for Aunt and Gran and Dad and Mum and me. It's made of bags filled up with sand, and all the neighbors lend a helping hand. When it was built, we raised a shout. We rushed in and now we can't get out. There's no more room now in our air raid shelter. There's Aunt and Gran and Dad and Mum and me. And when our friends drop in, it makes it such a welter for Aunt and Gran and Dad and Mum and me. Old Granny's causing us concern, though she doesn't care a bit, for her bustle sticks outside and may get a direct hit. And if she pulls it in, it makes it worse than ever for Aunt and her and Dad and Mum and me.
Well, we've had a few war songs in this edition of the program, haven't we? Air Raid Shelter, and that was Jack Davey, his own composition, working with Fred McIntosh and his sextet in the Regal Zonophone studios in Sydney in April of 1942. And before that, it was Eric Aitken's ensemble accompanying Doris Turner and the translated Lily Marlene. And the announcement there was by Eric Aitken himself on an acetate issued in 1945. Very rare recording. Now to Jim Davidson and his Palais Royal Orchestra. John Warren is the vocalist from April 1934. There's a Cabin in the Pines.
When the evening shadows fall between the lines. I can see she longs for my returning to my little cabin in the pines. Whispering breeze, whisper to my love, tell her I'll come back someday. Say that I'm blue, broken hearted blue, sorry that I went away. There's a cabin in the pines meant to be a love nest down among the Carolines. Is it any wonder I'm so lonely, longing for my cabin in the pines?
Let the 3D beat always be every night your cheerful company. You'll be there, we'll be there, with a melody that's sure to cure the blues. 3D's little worry with a smile, they will leave you in a little while. To every sigh, say goodbye, then contented you will be. Smile away, smile and drive dull care away. BDB Melbourne, Herald Broadcasting Service.
My dear, delightful dreadnought friend. It's a gramophone, my boy, not a microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie.
I don't know how they're going to get both of us on this record. Your side. The 85. Well, I'm going to sing it a song. You don't mind it?
No, Charlie.
Oh, well, I'm going to sing this little song. I must go right if I don't go wrong. Whilst I sing this song to you, all you people have to do is
Smile away, smile and drive dull care away.
Oh, do smile, then. Everybody has heard you laugh, but nobody has heard you smile. It's easy, it is understood to smile away when things are good. When things are bad and all uphill, everything from Aussie will.
Smile away, smile and drive dull care away.
Silly words, silly tune, but a sensible singer though. Said Mrs. Brown to Mrs. Lee, have you seen performing, please? The last flea show I went to see, the leading lady came home with me.
Smile away,
how little fleas will go astray. Just as well you were not there, Wren.
Why, Charlie?
They would have lost the whole truth. Our Billy Goat has got no nose, he's got no nose wherever he goes. He cannot smell the poor old man, but the worst of it is the neighbours can.
Smile away,
No Billy Goat is pneumonia hay.
poor goat.
Now, Bunny. Oh, I've been married just 3 months. In 3 months have not round once. We've a mountain baby lad living next door to his mum and dad.
Smile away,
How easy we are led astray. That's all we're going to sing today. Come on, then we'll go away. Good night, good evening, and good day. you.
Memories of the Smile Away Club on 3DB with Ren Miller and Charlie Vaught, two of their great personalities from 3DB's halcyon days in the 1930s. And Smile Away. Before that, Jim Davidson and his Pele Royal Orchestra, John Warren's vocal, There's a Cabin in the Pines. And we close this edition of Australian Archives with Campus Rumpus, performed by Cess Williams and his Albert Pele Band from 1956. Cess Williams and his Albert Pele Band with Campus Rumpus, closing this edition of Australian Archives. Australian Archives was conceived, prepared and produced by Alex Hare for Golden Days Radio. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.